All right, back at it. So I found a better reference, I believe, for the pillar. So I don't know if I'll go back and change that, but what I want to work on tonight is the arch here between pillars. I do want kind of this arch between pillars. What I'm trying to build is more of kind of these style buildings here, which are meant to be kind of like this sort of thing here. Is the arch. It's meant to be kind of a Spanish looking building, I guess. I don't know. It might be a little bit on the imaginative side, not too realistic. But anyways, I want to get some arches in, and I'm thinking that I'll have space on this texture sheet here actually. So I might go back and change the pillar model to support this these bricks above it here. I'll have like a few above it here, and then this cap. And I think to make it tile, I'll probably do like the section from the edge of this cap to uh, to that edge on yeah, to that side there on that side. So I'll do that section and then it'll repeat and so on. Um, and I'm not sure about the brick, the tiling brick. I think we've already got some tiling bricks, so we'll see how that goes. Let's just focus on the pillar and then these stones here for now. So, open up Blender. Okay. File. Hmm. Oh, I don't see it here. I'm not actually entirely sure that I saved this file last time. Import, open. Let's see if we can find it here. Do the pillar file. Pillar. Yeah, okay, there is a file here. Okay. So let's pull it across to this here so we can see it. So we've got this. Yeah, we might as well go ahead and change this here. I'll just remodel this, I think. X. Okay, get rid of that as well. Okay. A bold move. Getting rid of that. Zoom into this a bit here. And what do we want this to do? Well, let's hide the low poly. And then we'll get to the high poly here. Mesh. files on here. Object, shade smooth. And what if we put a subdivision modifier on here? Oh, hang on. Oh, we're in Blender 4 here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, I don't like this one. Add modifier, deform. Right. Oh, we'll be all right. I'll make it work. Alright, and then what's happening at the top here? It's a little bit different looking, isn't it? Mesh. Cube. I think that'll be about right. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to try modeling it from one side, and then I'll okay. Oh, this is annoying. Mirror. There we go. Alright, so let's put a loop cut in there. And I might put a couple more in here. And then I think what's happening is this is just kind of coming in and almost making, it almost makes a round kind of shape in there, doesn't it? Let's see what that looks like. Let's bring that in that way if we can. Oops. It's a bit hard to see here, isn't it? I think it does something like that. Although it might almost have kind of like a bit cut there, actually. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? You know what? I think I'm gonna do this a little bit differently. Got a different idea now. Just looking at this. I think I'll leave this there. I think we'll do this a bit different. Hang on, got an idea here. This is gonna come. Okay, well, we will leave that loop through there actually. Grab X. Put that very close to there. Y. And then that bit that's kind of scooped out on the edge, I've got a different idea for that. Yep. Okay. So what we'll do there is let's create a cylinder. What do we want to do here? Let's just isolate this for a second. So we're going to use this to trim that edge on there. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's rotate it 45. There we go. Let's set it to viewport display. Wire. There we go. All right. And then grab Z. And which one were we editing here? Yeah, that one. Okay. Now if I move it on its local, can I move it on its local axis here? Local. Yeah, I can just pull it out here on its local. Okay. And if I take this guy and make a Boolean cut, Boolean, let's see if we can find it here. Boolean, let's Boolean with this here. And let's make this before the mirror so you can see it on all sides here. Yeah, I think this is the kind of thing I wanted, actually. Okay, so I can pull it out that way a bit more. And maybe I have to scale a bit as well. Whoops, scale, there we go. I think that's the kind of thing it's doing there. I believe that's what it's doing. Yeah, something like that there. Do we like that? It's kind of an interesting design actually. I think I like that. Okay. Cool. Okay. So apply that. I can delete that. And now, if I have a look at the wireframe here, I'm guessing we're going to want to join those two vertices together there. Let's just have a look. Merge last. You know what? Maybe we should go this way. Merge vertices at last. Merge vertices at last. And then we'll maybe drop these down a tiny bit here. So that's still a straight line. And what's going to happen if I put a subdivision on here? Modifier. Okay, so it kind of loses that. Okay, so we'll need some a little bit of, here, let's join these guys. And let's put on a bevel modifier. Bevel? Where's that bevel at down here? Let's put it above the subdivision so we can kind of see it there, and bring the distance down here. Point subdivisions 2. Yeah, it looks a bit nicer. Smoother. Oh, you know what? It would be nice if this one had more of a sharp edge. This guy here. I don't know if I can do that with this here. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to come through. What if I put a small bevel on those? Doesn't quite work, does it? And we get that crazy line in there. See if we can get this working here. Here, what if I... How can I get rid of that edge there? Oh, it might work. I just need better geo here, don't I? So I want an edge there. I want an edge through there. What if I do this? I think that's passable. I'm gonna do that. I think that's fine. Okay, up next. What do we have next? We got this bit here. And then this kind of runs, there's 3 bricks there, kind of going each way, and then that brick there. So this, we'll want this tile. Let's create that cube. Okay. And let's bring that down there somewhere. All right. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this up over here somewhere. That'll be that brick there. And then what I want is, let me join this. That's all one thing there. You know what I'll do is I'll apply everything here. Object, convert to mesh here. Clean up. Where's that here? I'll convert to mesh. All right, and then I'm going to join it to, let's apply that, and let's join these all together. What does this have on it here? I'll apply that as well. It's got some kind of subdivision on there as well. Okay, so that's all together now. And then I'm going to do a duplicate. Grab X like that. Now how far do I want to go with this? So this is, what's the distance here? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but kind of want this to be okay, we'll see. Is it too wide? Or is that all right like that? Let's see. I mean, these ones here are a little bit taller, but then my reference was more kind of, where's it at here? More like this here. So I think that's might be all right like that. I think I want them a bit closer together actually. So we can get them a bit closer together. Oops. I want to do a water fountain, so that's something I was looking at as well. Collecting some references there. Okay, so we'll bring these guys closer together. So let's say like that there maybe. Okay. And then I'm gonna join this to this here. So we kind of see what that looks like there. And then I'm gonna get rid of these 2 faces. And then we're just gonna take these 2 faces here and bridge these. Bridge. Where is this here? Oh, edge. Sorry, bridge. Bridge, edge, loops. And we'll up that number here. Cuts. Oh gosh, that doesn't look very good, does it? Leave that there. Linear. Let's see here. Profile shape, smooth sphere. It's not quite what we wanted there. Edge. Maybe we'll have to do a different way here. Bridge. Let's reset this. It's funny that those links are longer. And leave twist at 0. Blend path, linear. Blend surface, no. You know what it might be? It might be the scaling or something on there that I have to apply. Hang on. Just a second here. Yeah, okay, never mind. Let's do this. Let's separate these guys. And then I'll go, let me try this now. Is there any scaling information on these? Oh, scale is 1. Let's see if this still looks the same if I do this. Yeah. Still not quite what I was after. Okay, well in that case, let's do things a little bit differently then. I'm going to do things a little bit differently here. Let's do a circle. Let's do 16 for now, maybe. I guess the circle will be right in between these two, so I can just go so I can snap it actually, or I can just set the -4 here. I can just set the actual distance on there, and this looks like 7, like that there. Yeah, that kind of works, doesn't it? Okay. Great. And then let's go. That's a different way to do it, isn't it? Okay. It doesn't actually change that. All right. Actually, I'll join those together, I guess. All right. Vertices. Okay. want here? Solidify? How solid do we want it to be? It'll end up being something like that there, I think. Whoops. Oh, hang on. Okay, let's try this again. Alt D. All right. So let's take this and maybe we'll apply, might apply that. Let's see. Oh, okay, we can't at the moment, because we're these are all joined here. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, well, in that case, then maybe what we'll do is delete these. Hang on, get back to this guy. There we go. Okay. Let's do a loop cut here. And actually probably just pulled that back. It's not local. Let's go on face normal. There we go. That's not working. Dissolve edges. Okay, we didn't need that one then. I'm just gonna drag that back on that normal again. Oh, you know what? It's because it's only doing that side. We have to do the other side as well. There we go. I need to get to the same point there. Maybe went a little too far with the other one. All right. Let's go. Okay. All right, let's fix up these bits here. All right, and there's kind of let's see here. So we kind of got that'll be a brick there. or maybe down here somewhere. Let's make one. Let's make a cut there probably. And we'll have another one. Here. And then there'll be another cut. This is kind of going flat here, isn't it? Like that. Okay. I guess what I'll do is just delete these faces here. Oops. I'll pull those. Oops. Does something like that there, doesn't it? All right, we're getting close now. All right. Alrighty. We can do this guy here. There we go. All right, let's take all these guys then, and let's join them all back together. Actually, I don't need this guy here. I don't think. Actually, what we want is, let's join all this back to this guy. There we go. There we are. And then we'll do a bevel. Put 2 on there. Maybe not quite as thick. Something like that'll look nice. And then let's put a subdivision surface on there. And shade this smooth. This may be I don't know about that. Why do these ones not? They're smooth, but it doesn't seem like it's got the same. Oh, it doesn't have the same subdivision and doesn't have the same modifiers on it. Hang on, let me try this. All right, what do we think of this here? Maybe do we want? Let's try just growing these a bit here. Alt S, just to scale them out a bit. What does that look like? A little bit tighter, but still loose there. Alt S. We don't need to do quite so much. That's good. Let's take this one. Okay. And what can I do here? It feels a little bit flat through there. Let's see if I can kind of a little bit more curve on here. Whoops. Looks a bit nicer. Okay, great. So now we got to get that low poly done. And we had it here already. Well, let's take this and go object, convert to mesh, we go. And then I'll delete these guys, and then I'll just join this guy to this guy here. There we go. And I think I want these gaps in here actually a little bit larger. If I go scale Z, yeah, just a tiny bit. Let me try that again. Just a little bit more of a gap in there. Let's see here, 1. Let's see this guy on his own here. What's with this edge here? It's kind of strange, isn't it? Huh. Mesh, transform to sphere. Well, that's interesting. Weird. Interesting trick. Whoops. Whoa, what had happened there? I thought it was gross selection. What is gross selection here? It's clearly not it. Oh, control plus. There we go. There. I think I just wanted a more visible gap when I go to bake here. I might use something with this as well. Let's pull that up a bit there. Just want that to bake a little bit better. More gap. And let's take this and just scale it in more. Maybe a stronger line there as well. Okay. Oh, let's join that back in again. And let's look at our low poly now. Low poly. And we've got 3 viewers. That's great. Thank you guys. I don't know if those are real viewers. I don't know if that's a live viewer or not, but it could be. You never know. Alrighty. So straighten that one out. doing things here a little bit different than last time, weren't I? Let's do the same thing with, we'll split this into multiple pieces here. Let's do it. Okay. I feel like we need a couple extra vertices in here. All right. Yeah, I think this could work. Maybe we'll turn on snapped face or something like that. Snap to face. I think with this piece, I think we can mirror it. Can I mirror? Would it be weird to mirror this column? Yeah, I think it would be. Do we need more geo on this bit? Or is that enough? Is it going to look low res? The silhouette. I could use a bit more geo in it, maybe. One more cut through there, maybe. What do you reckon? Better? I think I like that better. Best viewers. Well, thanks, Vital Mortification, for that update. Best viewers, streamboo.com. Wow. Just need to remove the space. Well, thanks for that. Very helpful. Nice to know. All right. Let's finish the top of this here. Oops. Want to grab. What's going on here? This guy here, merge vertices at last. Now, I guess I could try to tile this on this thing, on the pillar, and by that I mean repeat this texture 4 ways on here, but I don't know if that's going to look good. Yeah, I'm not convinced. Maybe along the top get away with it. I'm just trying to think about the UV at the moment. Just thinking what I want to do there. Not there yet. Let's get this low polygon on this bit. Yeah. Let's figure out this and then we'll get to that. So this one I'm going to mirror this one for sure. I'm going to mirror across the middle there for sure on this one. Maybe I could mirror the pillars. Like front and back, have them mirrored. It's not a terrible idea. Trying to think of how that would work. Oh, excuse me. Let's just draw from the front here. Whoops. Added a cube. Let's add a plane here. Plane. This is going to be our low poly for this guy here, and I'm just gonna be kind of let's get rid of this snap to face here. Let's bring that out in front, and I'm going to set that to just draw wire, and this is pretty much going to be it here. One like that there. Okay. Okay. Loop cut here, one there, put a couple in here, and that should be good. Might not even need that one on that backside there. Yeah, what happens if we just lose that one? I don't think anything changes. X. Yeah, I think we're good there. All right. Okay. Let's put on a mirror. we can see here that this piece not quite centered here. Try to center that up. That looks better. Whoops, want the face. There we go. All right, now let's grab that whole edge. And we'll just extrude that across. And we gotta turn on clipping here. There we go. And that should give us that low poly there. Might want to come out just a tiny bit with this. There we go. All right, let's hit save. Let's just see what this looks like on its own, actually. And we'll turn it off of the, let's draw it again here. Textured. Let's shade smooth, and we'll turn on auto smooth here. Normals, auto smooth. All right. And let's see the rest of the low poly here. That's the high poly, sorry. Where's our low poly? There it is. That's not all of it, is it? You might have to, let's move this to low poly. Okay, and then that one's gonna be high. Can I grab this, the low one? Low poly, and finally move to low poly. Okay. So now if we hide the collection, this should just be our low poly here. Okay. Let's join all those together. Whoops. Before we do that, let's apply some of the apply the modifier here. This one, I believe we can, with this guy, I think we can just delete that for now until we're done our bake, and then we'll bring that back again. And what about this guy down here? Like, what if we mirrored this front and back? Would that be so terrible? I think we could get away with it, actually. And it would save us a ton of texture space. I'm going to try it here. Oh, let's look at the faces here. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I don't really care. I'm not too worried about it. Let's do a loop cut here. Do we want to do that on the base? guess maybe more noticeable on the base, maybe. Yeah, we won't do it on the base, but I don't like, hang on, let's just look at this a sec here. I think this face, if I look at this, L, why is it giving me, okay, L, P selection, let's just look at this piece on its own here. Yeah, okay, there's nothing on the bottom. Do I want, maybe I want this to be joined to the pillar, potentially. Maybe. Can those work together? 3Z wireframe X vertices. I think we can make it work actually. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. A few more triangles, but it might turn out better in the end. Okay, so that one at the bottom is still just, yeah, okay. All right, let's join these together then. And let's do our UV layout. Let's just do mesh, clean up, merge by distance. Yeah, none. Okay, that's good news actually. All right, UV editing. Let's get our UV going here. Let's just hit unwrap and see what happens. Unwrap. Okay, kind of nasty, I guess. Let's do a couple of cuts here. So I might cut this guy around here. Mark seam. And I'll put a cut here and here. There we go. Let's do the same on this side. And we'll cut this here maybe. And okay, and then let's put a cut through here. And let's put a cut up here. And I think that's going to work pretty good. Maybe we can put a cut down here as well. All right, and this bit here, what if we put face tries to quads? Did that actually do anything? No, it doesn't. Okay, we won't worry about that. All right, let's unwrap again. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. What's this bit here? Is that the top bit? Oh, okay, it is. It doesn't bother me too much. Like I can go, oh, hang on. I can do this here. Oh, hang on, let's try to do grid by shape. You can square some of them up here. This one as well. There's this one. And this guy here. Some of them just aren't going to do that, are they? What about this guy? What do we got here? Going on there. What do we got for stretching there? I think that bottom face can disappear, to be honest. I think that face there, we can delete that. Yeah, that's still the same thing, isn't it? And EU unwrap, scale that. We'll go U average, UV average island scale here. Okay. And then this guy, we gotta straighten out one of these edges here, don't we? Let's try going like this. And going, let's get rid of that there actually. Oh, let's try that again. Yeah, I think I've still got that selected actually. L, whoops. L, okay. Hang on. Let's see this here. Let's see what this does here. We want a nice straight line here. Align straighten Y. Straighten Y. Let's try straighten X. Yeah, I want them the same distance, kind of, which is tough to do with this because they're I'll just manually. It's not that much. I just want to give them all the same distance, essentially. Like that. And then I'll align them on the straight X, and then I'll hit P to pin them. I'm just going to take this and go U unwrap. That's just going to pack a little bit nicer, I think. A UV average island scale. Okay. And, oh, we don't have Packmaster in this one, do we? Is it time to bring out Packmaster? Yeah, let's do it. What bit was this here, by the way? What is that bit? What is that? Oh, it's just the top of that pillar. Oh, that's fine. All right, file. Save as pillar. Okay, and can we open it up with Blender? I don't know how I got the wrong version of Blender. Let's try it. And in the meantime, let's export out the high poly, I guess. We can export out that high poly. Which is, I might just pull this down a tiny bit here. Grab Z. All right. File, export, FBX, pillar high, great. And yeah, it's changed a bit, hasn't it? I think it looks a lot nicer actually. We got another version of Blender open here. Let's see if I can open up that pillar file. The reason being is I have an add-on in here for packing UV. Oh, boo. Boo, 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 it crashed. Oh, nuts. So I guess it can't open up older versions of Blender then. I guess that's the issue. Let me see if I can get the plugin here. Edit preferences, add-ons, install from, let me see if I can find this here. Where's this here? All right, let's try it here. Let's see if it'll actually work. All right. Well, it looks like it kind of did. All right. Let's Alt P. Enable rotation enabled. All right. Do we want to turn on heuristic search? Why doesn't it work? Oh, we gotta do some engine thing. 3.13 not detected. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know where to. I forget. It's kind of a hassle to set that up. I'm not gonna do it right now. What I'll do is I'll just export this FBX out, the low poly, and I'll bring it into the other. I don't need to open the file. I can just use the FBX. File, export, FBX, pillar low. Okay, and then we'll use our other version here. Let's go file, new, general. Don't save. AX delete file import FBX, and then we'll just import this. See if we can find it here. Oh. Give me both. I didn't need both. Yeah, just need this here. Okay. UV. Okay, this one's got that. Should be working here. Okay. That looks really nice. Okay, great. Is that, what's it at? 78%? Almost 80%? Yeah, right on. That's great. I used to do this by hand, but now I'm kind of lazy. Okay. So we can export this out again. File, export, FBX. Oh, hang on. File, export, FBX. Oh yeah, it's kind of, okay, pillar low. Okay, let's see what happens. Moment of truth. Let's bring this in again. Let's go edit, re-import mesh. Alright. Well, that's definitely changed. Let's bake out some maps here. Size. Let's do 2048. Bake mesh maps. 2048. I had IDs on there. I didn't realize I had IDs on there. Oh, yeah, we'll bake all these out again. We need to set the high poly here. Hang on, let me find this here. Pillar, where are you? There you are. Okay. And let's go ahead and bake selected textures. Let's see how that comes out. Oh, that looks awful. You know what's happened is I think I've exported out the, let's have a look here. I think I've exported out the pillar low. Okay, let's turn that off. So pillar high poly. Let's just export out the file export FBX selected objects. Yeah, pillar high. I think it was bringing in the low with the high there, just kind of broke it. Okay. All right, great. Okay. I guess with these hard edges here, I don't have a UV seam, so I've kind of got, they didn't bake that well, those edges there. So I guess a way to fix that would be to go, just to set those smooth, maybe. Something I could do there. Yeah, so let's just do that. Let's go back to the low poly. Where's that here? And then let's just set it smooth here. Normals. Okay. Control E, clear sharp. Geometry data. Yeah, we'll just try it smooth and see how that bakes. File export FBX pillar low. All right. Let's try this bake again. Re-import mesh. That looks kind of broken, but we'll try that baking those again. See if the normal map can handle that. Yeah, I think it did a good enough job there. Those edges look a bit nicer now. But I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out what's happened to our layers here. Let's just turn some of them off. Rock face. Let's see here. Rock face. Oh, I think I had a mask on here probably. Black mask. I think there was some things that I had selected and others I didn't. Okay. And then that's set to triplanar, I believe. And it's kind of mucking up down there. Let's have a look here. UV projection. Maybe we just do UV. Looks a lot nicer with UV there. Okay. And what else did we do? We had some different color. There, we had some different color on that one, didn't we? And what was that there? Let's see this here. Triplanar. We'll go back to UV projection. And I think we want those bricks up there to be the same color as well. So let's just look at this mask here. Yeah. Oh, that's funny how that baked there, but I guess that makes sense. It's kind of doing the same thing on that side as well. All right, and I think the color we can probably maybe just get that a little bit closer to the other one. I don't want it too different here. Just enough to notice, but not too much. And what's this one going? What's this one doing here? Maybe a little bit less saturation on there, maybe. Alrighty. Well, I like that better, I think. I think that's an improvement. And this here, yeesh. I think that was meant to kind of highlight the edges there, but it's a little bit. Let's just check this curvature here. Just put that, do that sharp on there. Sharp. Yeah. That's giving it a bit there, but not too much. I thought we had some cracks in that going on there, but I don't see them now. I guess the scale of this or something's changed. Could have baked a little bit better on that corner there, maybe. Yeah. I'm getting that kind of wavy bit there. How would I fix that? I think I have to go back and change the angle of that, maybe. Would help that wave. Like if I took this, let me just see here if I can actually make that a little bit better. If I take this edge here, whoops, let me see if I can find that. And then if I go grab Z, if I do that, is that going to make it better or worse? And then same story up here, right? Although I don't know what I can, if I can change that much. FBX, selected objects. Okay, edit. And I'll try that bake one more time. Bake. Yeah, oh man, no, I think it's further away now. You know what? Maybe this distance is just too much. Maybe we can just bring that distance in. Man, where are we at here? Dilation width. Yeah, max frontal distance. And we'll just go until we just start seeing a bit of red there. Or no red. I think this edge is too high, maybe? Oh, you can see that rear distance in there. Can you? No, you can't. Oh no, that's actual mesh there. Yeah. Let's try that bake there. Bake, bake, bake. Bake it. Did that help? Or did we make it worse? Oh, I think we've improved it there a bit. Yeah. I like that better now. This still kind of bothers me a bit up here. Especially from this view, it kind of falls apart. From underneath, it looks fine. Actually, I wonder if the same thing happens if I look at this one from the bottom side. Oh, you can't really see it. Okay. Well, I think I'll leave it there. Something to think about. And, yeah. So those are meant to obviously chain together. So let's leave it there. Let's call it good. All right. That was a long one. It's almost 2 hours, I think. Take care, guys. Let's save that. We'll try putting that together in the next bit. Try chaining some of those together. See you later.